Like, what used to be your study routine? Which resources, or how would you say that Frenchify guided you? What made the difference actually, that okay, now you started to observe ki now I'm actually preparing for the exam and I'm seeing the improvements that I need? So what advice would you give to beginners as well, but also to the people those who are now preparing for TEF exam, on what are the things they should be doing and what are the things they should avoid?
For the ones who are at B1 and B2, it's better to do mock test more. In listening, it's like very quick. Sometimes two options are very confusing. To clear that confusion in 10 seconds, it's not that easy. After that, in B1 and B2, all the instructors, they know like what's your exact mistake is. And they know exact strategies to do it.
Hello everybody and welcome to this video. So today I have Ashish with me. How are you, Ashish?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And Ashish cleared his TEF Canada exam recently. So, I decided that we'll connect in person and we'll be discussing about how he learned French and how, you started studying French right in the end of study permit, right?
Actually, I started when I landed here.
Oh, when you landed.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's
So
great.
it was like small steps. I used to study like 10 to 15 minutes daily to create a habit first. But gradually, when I ended my studies, then I like turned full time for it. And
So from that to now clearing your TEF exam. So also share how much did you score when you cleared your TEF exam?
for scores, I got 10 in reading and CLC 10, and 8 in listening, and 7 both in writing and speaking.
Okay, perfect. So, how is this journey? Looking back, and from the time you started learning French up to the time you cleared, what is one thing that you were like, okay, I'm happy that I did this, which helped me finally to get done with the exam.
I would say when I came here in Canada, I was a bit not sure like what to do. So many things, a lot of change. So I thought like I should get my PR as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So that's why when I took this decision to like learn French, and I started very like 10 minutes, 15 minutes on a regular basis. And when I was in my last semester, I thought of taking the course and thought that I should do it with focus now.
Yeah.
I am glad that I started early, because after completing studies, it gets hard. Because if you are not into the habit of doing it consistently and sitting regularly, then it's hard to sit like 2 hours, 3 hours after that. I think I came in 2023 in September intake,
Okay.
and I started in September itself. Like started with Duolingo and a little bit of YouTube. Just used to pronounce the alphabets, all those things.
Okay.
I used to do regularly whenever I get time, like on Sunday, 1 hour or something. Otherwise, 10 to 15 minutes daily. Because my last semester in study, it was co-op, so I was working full time. So the study pressure was eliminated.
Yeah.
So after work, I used to study.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that was when it accelerated the process. Yeah.
You started with Frenchify at A2. Before than that, you were doing self study, right?
Yeah.
So, talking about your self study plus A2, what were the like? What used to be your study routine? Because you were a student, so as you mentioned right now, ki you used to study a little bit on regular basis. So, generally, how much time it took you to go up to the A2 level, where you are like, okay, now all the basics are done. Now I have to move forward to B1. How much time it took you, considering that you were studying as well and you were working at the same time?
Time, I would say it was around maybe 8 9 months,
Okay.
because I was not like very focused on it. But I tend to like repeat everything, the alphabets, the pronunciations, the sounds specifically.
Yeah.
I remember I used to come here at this place,
Yeah.
sitting on these benches only. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And I had some monologues written at A1 level, and I used to just read them loudly, just to get that sound correctly.
Okay.
So that, I think that helped me a lot, because even when I joined with you at A2, we did some like I think dictation sessions,
Yeah.
and you told me to read something aloud, and you told me that your level is still good. Like that, I think that was the base that I created at the time. It helped me in B1 B2 as well.
Now let's talk about B1 and B2. So once you transition from A2 to B1 and then to B2 as well. So overall B1 and B2 combined, what was the not only study routine but also like which resources, or how would you say that Frenchify guided you in terms of preparing for TEF Canada, and what made the difference actually, that okay, now you started to observe ki now I'm actually preparing for the exam and I'm seeing the improvements that I need.
All the like course, all the videos were well structured, I knew like what grammar concept should I know to go ahead, and that helped me a lot. And the resources specifically in B1 I used were RFE and TV Sync mode. I was doing like alternatively daily on daily basis for listening, and for reading I took a Love Figaro subscription, and I used to read like 1,000 1,500 words daily. So that helped me create a base for that one. I think, yeah.
And now let's talk about the exam. So if you're watching this video, you have a big advantage because Ashish cleared his TEF exam, and also you stayed up until here. I'll be giving you a discount of $50. All you need to do is message me on WhatsApp at this number and say Ashish50. Ashish50, and I will be giving you $50 discount on your Frenchify A1 intensive program. If you're someone who is a beginner and wants to start their French learning journey with Frenchify, make sure to message because this is going to be a good time to grab a good discount. And we have a program specifically designed for TEF Canada. You start at level A1, then you go on to A2, then you go on to B1, B2, which is going to be your exam specific training. So right after 2 to 3 months, your exam specific training will start, given that you complete A1 and A2 within that time frame. So if you're interested, message Ashish50 to get your discount and get started. Exam center experience for all 3 of the attempts. First, let's talk about the first 2 attempts that you gave. Which center was it in, and how was the experience inside the center?
Overall experience, I would say in all the centers was good. First one I gave at North York Center.
Okay.
And it was quite good. The instructors also were good, I think. But I would say the GB Language Center that I gave my third attempt for, it was the best because the instructors were way nicer.
Okay.
And they like the speaking instructor made me very comfortable. Even before speaking, she asked me some questions like how was your previous attempt and all these things. She guided me as well, giving natural arguments. I was just answering it like a friend. So I think it was very good.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk about speaking improvements. You know, in the first 2 attempts, you were not able to score CLB 7, but then third attempt when you cleared your speaking, honestly, in the other modules you were fine. You know, in the first 2 attempts as well, but it was only the speaking. So what made you unlock that skill that helped you to get CLB 7 plus in the exam?
I think for speaking, for first 2 attempts, I was much prepared to answer the arguments and all, but I would say I was a bit hesitant to have a conversation even till the second attempt, like for the natural expressions and all. But after the second attempt, when I got the result, then I thought like I should like make it like a conversation. So I just changed that way, and I never like remembered anything for speaking, but then I try to keep it just natural, not try to add any vocabulary or phrase. If it comes naturally, then I used to speak. If it doesn't or it doesn't fit there, I never use that. So I think that helped me get 7 in one.
Yeah, true. Because you know, these days I'm seeing a lot of students, what they're trying to do is they're trying to memorize the responses to the expressions, and the examiners are able to judge it very quickly.
Yeah.
And then what they do is ki you can still answer all the responses to the arguments, but because it is a memorized response, you won't get more than CLB 6. Like maximum, you can just get a CLB 6, no more than that. So that is why this technique that you used, the natural speaking, is something which really worked for you, because that, like, you already had the conversational ability. It was just that key the conversation did not feel like a conversation. It felt like key, okay, you have memorized the responses, right?
It mostly felt like an exam.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. But once you get like very comfortable, and even 1 or 2 attempts, you get really comfortable with the examiners and all. So I think that helps a lot in speaking.
So when you got the score and when you see that you finally cleared the exam now, when you got that saw that email, how was your mood and what did you feel?
Actually, I wasn't expecting this score this time. I don't know why, but I felt reading a bit tough,
Okay.
a bit confusing. I wasn't sure about the answers that I gave, like in some questions. So I was like a bit reluctant if it comes or not. So that was the case. So I think result mostly comes in the morning.
Yeah.
I don't know how I wake up at 6 and just looked at my phone and there was an email.
Okay.
I was a bit horrified, but like, what should I do? Then I opened with one of my eyes closed like this. I just looked at it like this, and when I looked at the score from reading and it was 10, I was like, oh, it's done. And for like 5 minutes, I can't imagine, like it wasn't reality. Oh, okay, I was working for it for 2 years, now it's done, I'm finally don't have to don't have to do all those things again. And then I messaged you at the same time. We had a conversation and I was very happy.
Good. So, right now there are a lot of immigrants, a lot of Indians and students, those who are learning French right now. They are probably they are in the beginning phase of their learning. They are like close to B1 and B2. So, what advice would you give to beginners as well, but also to the people, those who are now preparing for TEF exam, on what are the things they should be doing and what are the things they should avoid when they are learning French?
For beginners, I would say first start to have, like, it's better to create a habit first rather than saying like I'll study 2 hours there on weekends or this day tomorrow. Rather than doing that, just do it like 5 minutes a day. Once you are in that loop, like once you start doing it regularly, you will get some time someday where you will spend like 1 hour 2 hour there. Maybe 2 3 days it won't go the same, but if you see consistently you will give much more time. So having a habit is much more important for me. And it helps you, like it becomes easier also the process to learn all those things, because once you learn a concept, it's not like you will be able to master it or use it. Once you learn it, then you repeat it so that you remember it properly, then you use it. So it's a process. If you have this habit of doing it regularly, you will be able to use it.
Correct.
And for the ones who are at B1 and B2, I would say for the if you're preparing for the exam, it's better to do mock test more, just to be comfortable with the mock test, because in listening it's like very quick. You get 10 seconds to read the questions, all the options, and there are mostly all the MCQs, right? There are 40 or all the MCQs, and sometimes two options are very confusing. To clear that confusion in 10 seconds, it's not that easy. So it's better if you before exam do it more and more, so that you can get like very comfortable with it. You can get a little bit quick, because at B2 mostly students understand all the conversation and all. It's about the understanding the question and the minute difference between two options.
Correct.
So that helps.
It's mainly about the options rather than it's about the content.
Yeah.
Right? If one can understand the content, but they won't be able to understand what it's trying to say in the option. So that
Yeah.
is the main.
Yeah, even after listening the conversation, they give you like 15 to 20 seconds. And if you're deciding between two, it goes away. You can't go back. So you can lose marks there.
Yeah, true.
That's the thing.
Perfect. And how did Frenchify staff and Frenchify team, all the instructors, how they helped you to, work on your B1 level speaking and overall B1 level and B2 level and then clear the exam?
I think I'm glad that I chose Frenchify. I would like to even tell that why I chose Frenchify, because I saw some videos when I started A1, like a self study. Uh, your videos were, and you explained like nobody can learn French in 6 months. It's hard, and I also had the same view, because it's a language, you take time. So that honesty I liked, that's why I contacted. And then after that in B1 and B2, all the instructors, Darshan, Harleen, and other instructors as well, were very like they know like what's your exact mistake is, and they know exact strategies to do it, to solve it.
So, Ashish, we are born in the same city, Ludhiana. Okay, we lived in the same city, Ludhiana. So, a lot of people, Punjabi, Gujarati, whoever they are, they feel like, okay, I'm Punjabi, I'm Gujarati, I won't be able to learn this. Like, English to hui nahi. How can I do French, right? What you want to say to those people, those who think like this, okay, I won't be able to do French, it's not for me.
I think language is never like if you are smart only then you can do it. It's just, I already told, like it's just a habit. If you can do it consistently, if you can just sit regularly, even if you don't understand anything, you will understand after 2 days, 3 days. It will take time, and if you are able to do that, you will learn it effortlessly, I think.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ashish, for giving time. And today, we came over here. We are where we are. Like I don't know a lot right now in Ontario because I moved from Quebec to here. So this is North area, Central Library. So we came over here to connect with Ashish. And thank you so much for giving your valuable time. And congratulations again. And I hope all the best in your life.